Hello and welcome to BOI Weekly. I'm Kayode Alayande. This week on the program, we're back in the furniture industry. Ever heard the expression, be the change you want to see in the world? That's the story of the chief promoter of IO Furniture, who started out as an interior designer 25 years ago. After years of drawing and designing her own pieces, that moment of frustration came where it became increasingly difficult to find furniture companies locally that could interpret her design requirements into well-finished items and pieces. Mrs. Muni Shonibare then thought to herself, why not build my own designs? Wonderful idea, but where's the money to make that happen? That's exactly where the Bank of Industry always comes into the picture. The bridge between ideas and reality, and of course, your partner in progress. She approached the Bank of Industry and voila, here comes IO Furniture. The company has since grown into one of Nigeria's leading furniture manufacturing companies with competence in interior design, installation, internal floor and space planning for homes, offices, hotels and restaurants, just to name a few. We visited their showroom as well as their factory, which co-locates in Ilupeju area of Lagos. Come and see world-class IO Furniture, made in Nigeria. Many thanks to the Bank of Industry. Once we arrived at the IO Furniture office, we were received by the technical director, Adriano Mauro.
You're welcome. Thank you. Yeah, so good to be here. Such a lovely place.
After a brief chat, we head first to the production plant where everything is carefully and artfully put together.
Let's introduce you to our production plant. Here you can see our stock of raw materials. All our products starts to be produced from this boards. Then basically this is our bank. Then we have two different kind of panels that could be 18 and 30 mm. And from that kind of thickness, that kind of size of panels, we can start to produce whatever you want. What we saw before is what we have in our store that represents our raw material, where we have a stock of chipboard of different sizes and different thickness. Now we can see what happened inside the production. The panels are going to be loaded inside production according to the request of the cutting list that technical have produced. And the panels are moved on the cutting machine that, according to the program that we have loaded on the computer, is able to section the different sizes of the panels. Because in our process we consider to deliver and to produce, to deliver the goods in flat parts, then these parts needs, after they are sectioned and are bordered, needs to be drilled, to be proper drilled, to make it possible to assemble it with the special fitting parts. To do this, we have this special computer machine that is able to produce the holes on the panels in a very precise manner. Then the tolerance of this machine is 1/10 or less than 1/10 sometimes, but 1/10 for us is acceptable. All the process of production, as you can see on the floor, has been divided in different phases. This gives us two kinds of information. First of all, we can check the stage on which each panel or each job is in production, and secondly, to monitor the quality. Because in this way we know exactly when that particular part of the item has been produced and who was the operator involved in this production. Then this means that we have the quality control check of 100% of our parts. This gives us another advantage because we can update our schedule of production every 6 hours. Okay, this is another border machine. This is the machine where we are going to glue one ABS border on the edge that we want to protect. Then, now this edge is nude, without nothing. At the end of this process we can see how it looks. Now, we have cut the panel, we have bordered it, we have drilled it. Now we are going the next section where we have the final quality control, or where we are going to fix some fittings that is supposed to be fixed on the factory, or they are going to be fixed in the factory. Because like we said, all the fittings and all the assembly phase is going to be to happen on the site or on the client side. Then here we apply the details when we need it, or we fix some screws when we need it. Then this is the final part of the process. Then this is the carpentry parts that we produce here. Then even in this case, we start from the boards. We cut the parts according to the drawings or to the templates that we have. And finally, we assemble it to create the frames for our sofas or for our chairs. These frames are going to be covered with the foam and then with the leather or with the fabric at the end. Then let's go to see how it works. Okay. We have different machines because each machine is specialized to sew a different part of the surface. We have one computer machine as well that have the programs inside. Then we can just, according to the codes of the product, we can just load it on the machine, and then the machine knows how to set up the tools by itself.
After we left the production plant, Adriano takes me into the showroom to see the wide range of exquisite pieces of furniture on display, all made here in Nigeria but of global standards.
What you can see here, 90% of what you can see here is produced by us.
It's a mixed bag of ostentation and modesty. Sideboards, entertainment units, settees, dining tables and chairs, wardrobes, dividers, doors, office furniture. You find them all here. All for living spaces, offices, hotels and restaurants. But what's the production procedure here at IO Furniture? Adriano takes me to the technical office, the bridge between the sales department and production.
Okay, we are here in our technical office. Technical office, the scope is to produce the drawings and the cutting list for each product. Basically, we have a range of standard products. Then we have already produced all the parts, all the drawings of the parts that are composing our products, and we have already produced the cutting list. Then, when technical office receives a job order from sales department, they have just to analyze it and to print out the papers that are necessary in production to go ahead with the production phase. Then, basically here is just an interface between sales department and production.
The technical office also works with a job order.
This represents a job order. A job order is a list of items with the quantities, with the finishes that represent all the characteristics of the single items. Then, for this order that is going to be delivered to the client, and is what the client needs, is going to be analyzed and sorted out in terms of production aspects, details and aspects. No? Then we have here all the details of the name of the item, the quantities, the finishing, the dimension of the single item. When this is going to be analyzed by them, they produce the drawings of the single parts, if they are not yet in our database, because we have already all our range of products in our database. Then, when all these drawings are prepared, they print out one cutting list, and they send everything in, and they pass this information to production.
The interior designers also meet with the clients to collect requirements, a process that sometimes requires visiting project location and offering advice, all in a bid to properly interpret the needs of the client.
No, because those upstairs are interior designers.
Okay.
Then those upstairs, the scope of the people upstairs is to interpret the needs of the client. Then when we have a space to refurnish, or we have a space to finish in terms of cladding, etc., they are able to make the proposals to the client. Then they are preparing the schemes, they are selecting the materials, they are selecting the items that are going to be in that space. Then when the clients agreed in terms of finishes, in terms of concept, in terms of price as well, the order is going to be passed in technical to be processed. And in technical break down all the parts that are composing that idea that was proposed to the client, and they send it.
It also requires that the different departments brainstorm in order to carry the client's job smoothly from conceptualization to reality. Here, decisions are made and compromises reached between the client's preferences and what's professionally acceptable.